Well, good morning. It's just before 5 a.m. and we are taking the Puma Fast-Trac NITRO shoes out. I'll show those off to you here when it's a little brighter. But got a special run planned today. 7.5 miles on this concrete path, and then another 13 miles on some gravel trail and single track technical trail, and then another mile or two back on the road to the car. So that's what we're going to do today, and then I'll share my full review and performance experience in the Fast-Trac. But let's get this run started and then we'll talk about the shoe. Okay, and we are off. Here we go. Made it to Devil's Backbone open space. That means that I am 7 miles into this run, and as you can see, it's still dark out, barely getting the silhouette of the foothill mountains. Probably wondering, why did I choose this route? I chose this route because the Puma Fast-Trac NITRO is a road to trail shoe. So what better way to share my experience and performance review in this shoe than to run a road to trail route. So that's what we're doing here today. Okay, let's continue on for a few more miles. We'll let the sun come up a little bit more, and then I will share my thoughts and experience in this shoe. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Give the video a thumbs up and let me know what your thoughts are on this shoe. Is it a shoe you would consider buying yourself, or no? Is there a different shoe perhaps that you would consider instead? So this rock formation here is the Devil's Backbone. It's just really cool how the rock protrudes out of the hillside here. Really kind of cool and unique. Let me show you one other thing here. The keyhole. Yeah, not quite bright enough to turn the headlamp off yet. While we wait for the sun to come up a little bit more, and before I talk about the build, comfort, performance, and value of the shoe, voiceover Chad, let's turn the mic over to you and have you explain the specs and some features of the shoe. Over to you.
Thanks, Chad. Before I get into the features, I should mention that Puma did send me these shoes for the purpose of review. According to Puma's website, the lightweight running shoe that will do it all, no matter the terrain. It's capable of any surface, including loose trails and gravel, thanks to the dual foam midsole, combining full-length nitro foam and a layer of PROFOAMLITE, and the durable PUMAGRIP ATR outsole. Integrated eyestays allow for a snug fit, and details at the toe provide both drainage and protection from debris. The Puma Fast-Trac is best for neutral pronators. Features a ripstop mesh upper, 4-foot drainage ports, PROFOAMLITE and NITRO foam, PUMAGRIP ATR outsole rubber with bidirectional 3mm lugs, 29mm heel stack, 21mm forefoot for an 8mm drop. Weighing in at somewhere between 255 and 270 grams unofficial, and has a US MSRP of $110 or $120 depending on which color you choose, though most colorways are $120.
Finally a little reprieve from that wind. I feel so blessed to have this area basically in my backyard, a few minutes drive from the house. Well, I love it out here, and it's fun to run these trails in the Puma Fast-Trac NITRO. This is definitely a fun shoe. Oh, here's the wind again. So I feel that the Fast-Trac is an almost perfect shoe, and I know, Puma, if you're listening, I know how you could have made this shoe even better. Oh look, the sun. Oh, it's wonderful. Let's first talk about the build of this shoe. Puma, you exceeded my expectations on the build. This shoe is really well thought out, really well built, excellent choice of materials. And you'll have to forgive me if I'm breathing hard, because I'm running up these switchbacks. Maybe I should walk them. First off the upper is made with a ripstop mesh, super durable, very lightweight. That mesh is gonna last a long time. Should never give you any problems. Certainly hasn't given me any problems in the handful of runs that I've had in the shoe. The tongue of the shoe is nicely padded, not overly padded, but nicely padded, enough to give you some protection with the laces and be comfortable. More on that in a minute. And I love that the tongue is gusseted, fully gusseted on both sides of the shoe. In fact, so let me show you. You can't really see it in the video here, but so the tongue is gusseted on both sides of the shoe. Oh man, I'm breathing hard. In addition to that, the same material that holds, that gussets this tongue, is also in the entire inside of the shoe, which I thought was really interesting. It's not just on the sides, but it comes across the entire toe box area as well, which I think is good and bad. Bad because it means the shoe isn't as breathable as you would have expected, especially for that nice and transparent mesh upper. So the shoe, it's breathable, but it's not as breathable as it could be. I also think that if you ever do any water crossings or get the shoe excessively wet, although I haven't done that yet, I do wonder if that liner would hold on to a little bit of water rather than just letting the water shed and be pushed right out of the shoe, despite the advertised 4-foot drainage ports. But I feel that it's a good thing because it actually adds to the durability and the overall comfort of the shoe. So I think it's unnecessary, but I'll take it as is. Additionally, you're getting some really nice overlays across the toe, helps protect the foot and add to that durability. In addition to the tongue and the lacing system, again, I'll show you here on the shoe, but the eyelet holes here, you have fabric that comes up the side, as you can see here, but then it folds and goes down all the way back down the side here on both sides. So you're getting 2 layers of material that adds to that wrap around the top of your foot, and you're getting a gusseted tongue. So there's actually 3 layers of material. So you're getting a really good wrap and hold across the top of your foot and along the medial and lateral side of your foot, adding to that comfort. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to the build. You've got that midsole that is going to be, I think, pretty durable and resilient. And then the outsole, holy cow, great choice, Puma, on the outsole. I'll talk about the performance here in a moment, but build quality, top notch. So I'm giving the build of this shoe a rating of 9 out of 10. The reason for not being a 10 out of 10 is because I think it's almost, it's gonna sound weird, I think it's over-engineered. So they could have made the shoe a little bit lighter weight without compromising the overall build quality. But all in all, really impressed with the build quality. Okay, onto the comfort. I started talking about it already. Comfort is really nice in the shoe, especially in the upper. I have not found very many uppers that are this comfortable. I feel like it just does a really good job at holding your foot in place, but doing so in a very comfortable, evenly distributed manner, if that makes any sense at all. I have not had a single blister or hot spot issue anywhere with this shoe. It's really, really nice in the comfort on the upper. I feel like the midsole could have been a little softer, especially since this shoe is advertised as being a nitro shoe, meaning they put that supercritical nitrogen infused midsole, at least in part, on this shoe. But as I said in my Puma Voyage Nitro 2 review video, where's the nitro? I don't really feel it. The PROFOAMLITE is nice and it does a pretty good job on the trail, but I just don't get that supercritical, springy, responsive feeling that you normally get in Puma's other nitro foamed shoes. Last thing I want to mention on the comfort of the shoe is the heel area. Phenomenal hold and lockdown feel in the heel. I mean, just outstanding job there. They did a good job building the heel, making it feel like your heel is secure and not gonna move or slip out at all. No rubbing on my ankle bones or my Achilles tendon. Just really nice around the heel. So comfort score, I'm gonna give it 8, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. The reason for the dock of points is because of the midsole. The midsole is not bad, but I think they're missing a lot of opportunity in the comfort, the overall comfort of the shoe. They nailed the upper, but Puma, yeah, missing a little bit. There's a little bit to be desired in the midsole. Really pretty out here, but a little windy. I apologize. Onto the performance. Where to begin? I suppose you're probably just wondering, how does the shoe perform on the road and how does it perform on the trails? Let's start with the road. So earlier in this run, I ran on the concrete path and some asphalt roads. The shoe's not bad as a road shoe, but the Puma Fast-Trac is definitely built more for trail running. Kind of that 70-30, 80-20 split trail to road. So as a road shoe, I would not buy it. But as a road to trail shoe, I think it does adequate. If you're running a mile or two on the road, it'll do just perfectly fine to get you to the trails. As a trail shoe, I feel that the Fast-Trac does quite well. It's not perfect, but quite well. So starting with the outsole, working our way up. Outsole is amazing. Absolutely amazing grip. Running around on these trails, the loose rocks, the technical jagged rocks or flat, smooth rocks, like it just provides grip for days. Absolutely amazing job, Puma, on the outsole. Those bi-directional lugs just grip, hold you in place, really instill a lot of confidence while you're running. Don't have to worry about grip at all, which is surprising considering that the lugs aren't overly deep, but they just do a good job what's there. They just gripping onto the dirt and not letting you slip. So outsole, cool, 10 out of 10 for sure. The shoe is more of a snug or narrow fit, which I don't mind. Hey, morning. Just talking to the YouTube. The weight of the shoe is also fairly lightweight. I mean, 260-ish grams is a lightweight trail shoe. The only downside is that midsole. Now, it does a good job at protecting your foot on the trails, and surprisingly, you get really good feedback of what is underfoot, where you're landing, what the terrain feels like underfoot. It actually gives really good feedback. But Puma, are you listening? You advertise this shoe as a nitro and PROFOAMLITE midsole. We're really missing that bouncy, responsive nitro feeling in this shoe. I don't know where the nitro foam is. I don't feel it. I can maybe feel some softness in the heel, which is nice, but as a midfoot striker, I'm missing something in that midsole. Missing that pop and that spring and that inspiration to run faster. And for a lightweight shoe, I would expect this shoe to feel faster than what it really does feel like. I don't feel slow or clunky in the shoe, but I just feel like I should feel faster, especially considering that the name is Fast-Trac. I just dropped down into a little valley here, and so the sun's still behind the ridge line, and it's just a little cooler down here where the nice cool air is settling. All in all, I really enjoy running in this shoe, and it's one that I look forward to running next time. Overall performance rating, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's not a bad score, not bad at all. I'm gonna run up this hill here, and let's talk about the value. This shoe, US MSRP, is between $110 and $120, depending on which colorway you choose, which is kind of weird. But at $120, I think you are getting a great value out of this shoe. At that price, I definitely recommend you check out this shoe. And that puts the value at a 10 out of 10. So that's all I have for this performance review of the Puma Fast-Trac NITRO. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or thoughts on this shoe. Stick around for a bit while I show some more video of these trails, these wonderful trails, as I make my way back to the car. And check out my affiliate links down in the pinned comment or description of this video. You'll be able to find some discount and promotional offers, as well as all my social links for Strava, Instagram, and so on. So check that out. Let's go enjoy these final 6 miles or so to round off a 21.5 mile run today. In case you're wondering how I fuel for a long run like this, I just finished my 3rd SIS gel, so I just kind of eat those every 45 minutes or so. And then I've got Scratch Labs hydration in this soft flask. Could use Tailwind, I've used that before and like that as well. Just water on this side. And then I've only got a few miles left, so depending on how I'm feeling, I may have a Spring Energy just to kind of top off the energy reserves and recovery after the run. I usually have 3 to 4 gels on a 20-mile training run just to keep myself fueled. I also had a
Betty Lou bar, which was delicious this morning, the blackberry flavor. I also like apricot and blueberry, but I had one of those to start off the run. It's kind of a breakfast item, if you will. Just hit 21.5 miles. I see the car at the parking lot right over there. And there you have it. Wonderful run in the Puma Fast-Trac NITRO road to trail shoe. While it's an adequate enough road shoe, it really excels on the trails. And I think it does better than most road to trail shoes on the market today. So I recommend the shoe, check it out. Appreciate you being here today. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile as I have today. Bye now.